YTPC, Harriet Herfer of Herferville, and today I have a few YABOs, but I want to talk to you about a YABO and what it means and the changing times that we're living in at this moment. I wasn't going to make any videos totally like focusing on COVID, and this isn't exactly on that, but it has a little bit to do with it because it is what we're going through right now. So what I wanted to say is I do have some YABOs today, and I don't know about you guys, but when I get a YABO, I'm excited, especially if it's from someone on the YTPC, not exactly from, I don't get as excited about something from like tobacco pipes or anything like that, or pipes and cigars. But when I get a YABO from a fellow pipe smoker, it's very exciting, especially if you don't know what's in it and it's just a surprise and you open it and it's exciting and it makes you feel good. And I think it makes the person that sends it happy as well. So I know that when I send them out, it makes me happy to see them do a YABO and open it. So I like YABOs. I know not everybody does, and that's okay. Different strokes for different folks. But when I got my packages today, I was excited, and the reason being is these YABOs came from Amazon. Big old smiley face. Where is the smiley face? They're kind of hidden, but these are all from Amazon. And I'm thinking, you know, I'm excited about these YABOs. I'm not going to open them for you guys. I'm going to open them while I'm talking, but I got 5 packages today of things that I had purchased. It's been probably a week and a half ago, and they're finally getting around to getting it in stock again and able to ship it to me. But it just made me realize how times can change and situations that we're in can change our priorities greatly. I care for my mother, and so, well, that as a woman makes me really happy because my shampoo and conditioner is almost gone, and I can't, the place I get it from is closed, and it wasn't going to be delivered for another week, and here it is today. I know that's not something that it's total necessity, but it made me happy. Best YABO ever. And dog's food's in here. I don't have to carry the big boxes around or worry about it. Keeps me from going to the store and exposing myself to the virus as much, and then potentially bringing it home to my mom. So I don't know, it's just made me think about priorities and how they can change, and the different things that can make us happy now. Toilet paper, so exciting. Where before we never thought about it much unless we had to buy it and complain about the price. Anyway, that brings me to the fact that I actually saw the gentleman when he was delivering this, and I thanked him for doing his job right now, which I believe to be extra stressful. I'm sure he's working more hours, and he's got his own family to worry about, and he's out there, and you know, and he told me he appreciated me telling him that I appreciated him. And he said, because, you know, he says, because it's hard right now, and he says, but you know what, at least I have a job. So I just think it's really cool that there are a lot of people out there that are saying positive like that. There's always something good to look at from just about any situation that I've ever been in. So I'm going to tell you a really quick story as I open up another package about I did go to the store today. I have, like I said, I care for my mother. She needed some items, and I have a neighbor that has a couple of health conditions that she really doesn't need to be going out, and her husband doesn't need to be going out and then potentially bringing it home. So I offered to get them some groceries. Well, at our store that I've been going to, they have had papers up on shelves saying limit 2 per customer, and there weren't any there today. And that store was the most stocked I have seen it in over 2 weeks, I think. I'm pretty sure. They had almost every type of meat, which is unheard of around here. I don't know about you guys are going through, but they had everything but toilet paper. I was very excited, and I know this isn't a necessity either, but we have a Keurig and you're supposed to use spring water and we were getting low. So I picked up 4 gallons. I also got my neighbors things that they wanted. One of the things that they wanted was eggs. Well, when I got up to the register and I told the woman I just put 1 thing of water up there, I said, just so you know, I have 4 of these, if you could charge me for 4. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, you can't have 4. And I said, oh, I didn't know that. And she said, oh yeah, we have a list on the door, on the front door. I thought, yeah, I blew right by that. And she said, yeah, she says, I can only sell you 2. And I said, well, that's fine, I understand that. It'll be more for other people. You probably have a limited number. And she goes, thanks for understanding that. And I said, well, yeah, no problem. And she didn't realize I had 3 orders. And by that time, I had mine separated, and by that time, a woman had come up behind me at the register to be the next person to check out. It's probably making noise. Dogs have to have treats. And so she got to the next door. She goes, is this yours too? And I said, yeah. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry. You can't, you know, I told her, I said, this is for my neighbor and all that. And she goes, well, you already have your eggs for you. I can't sell you those. And I was like, that's all right. I understand. I had bought 2 for myself because we share with my mom. And I said, I'll just give her 1 of mine. My neighbor's 1 of mine. It's no big deal. And the woman said, behind me, she heard me saying that I was buying for my mom and my neighbor. And she goes, wait a minute, are you buying for other people? And I said, yeah, I have, you know. And she goes, well, that's so nice. And I said, well, you know, you've got to do it right nowadays. And she goes, I'm buying those eggs for her. And I'm like, no, you don't need to do that. And she goes, no, I'm doing it. She goes, whether you want me to or not, I'm doing it. And I'm not somebody that usually accepts help like that. But I'll tell you what else happened. She got up there and she goes, what are those waters sitting there? And she goes, well, those are waters. She goes, oh, those are hers? And she goes, yeah. And she goes, I'm buying those too. And I said, you please do not do that. And she said, oh no. She goes, you were doing something nice for somebody else and now I'm going to do something nice for you. And to be 100% honest, I was using my card and I could have gotten cash back and paid her for that. And I didn't. And I'll tell you why. I didn't do that because it made her so happy, and I could see it in her face to do that for me. The cashier had a tear in her eye and was saying how there's still good in humanity. You know, there's just so many good people out there and they're starting to come forward now. And I thought, if I get cash back and I pay pay her for that kindness that she was doing, it would have messed that all up. So I let her pay for it. I gave her an air hug. I'll give you an air hug. And the lady behind the register, she goes, I'm going to give her an air high five. It was just really a cool situation. I have to say, I don't usually like to be on the receiving end of that, but I was so touched by that I let it happen. And I don't know, it made her feel really good. It made me feel good. It made the lady that was checking us out feel really good. And I've said that about YABOs too. It kind of all ties in together because, like I said earlier, it makes me so happy when somebody that I send a YABO to, they don't even have to do a YABO or a package to. Some people just email me and say thank you. I've had people put stuff on Instagram, and it's just really just the whole thing to know that you know, Hugh and I sent something and it made somebody happy, and it was something that, you know, we care about that person, we enjoy their channel, or we know them personally, and it makes us feel good. So it made that woman feel good, and I realized from my perspective of sending out packages to people and how happy it makes me feel, it made me realize to step back and accept that, allow that to happen, and be very grateful that there are sweet people out there. You just have to look for them. So yeah. So you guys, I hope that you are all doing well and you're having some really good experiences like I am throughout this, and that you're getting some YABOs from Amazon, or you're getting whatever you need to get yourselves through this and your families. So y'all take care. Go sub a newbie. Go pay it forward. And I'll catch you later. She's smoking taters. Be safe and healthy. Bye-bye.